Welcome back. Today, we explore the value of these most expensive Washington quarter dollars that are sold out for huge money at auction. So let's get started. First up, the 1970 Washington quarter, specifically the large date version with D mint mark. But here's the twist. This coin is in damaged condition. We'll explore its value in today's auction market, why damage affects its worth, and what you can expect to get if you're looking to buy or sell this coin. Let's get started. First, let's take a closer look at the 1970 Washington quarter. This coin was minted as part of the ongoing Washington quarter series, which was introduced in 1932. The 1970 quarter was produced using a copper nickel-clad composition, not silver, unlike earlier quarters. However, some people still mistakenly refer to it as a silver quarter because they think of the pre-1965 issues. This coin actually has a clad composition, so it doesn't contain any silver. Now, the large date variety of the 1970 quarter features a noticeable difference in the size of the digits in the year. It's a minor but distinct feature, and this variety is one that collectors specifically look for when completing their quarter collections. Now, let's talk about the damage condition of this particular coin. As you can see, this 1970 Washington quarter has sustained some damage over the years. The coin might have visible scratches, dents, bends, or other forms of wear that can occur when a coin is mishandled, dropped, or exposed to harsh conditions. Coins like this one, which have visible damage, typically fall into a lower grade. Damage like this significantly lowers the coin's value. In the world of numismatics, damage can dramatically affect a coin's appeal and price. While a coin in mint or extra fine condition can fetch a premium, damage often brings the value down to just a fraction of its potential worth. So, what is the value of a 1970 Washington quarter in damaged condition? Well, when a coin like this is in damaged condition, it's important to keep in mind that auction prices can vary widely depending on factors like the extent of the damage and demand among collectors at the time. Typically, a 1970 Washington quarter with damage can be worth anywhere from $39,000. Coins in this condition don't carry the same collectible value as well-preserved examples, but they still have some worth due to their status as U.S. currency. Some buyers may be willing to purchase them for their historical significance or simply as a filler for a collection. So, what factors contribute to the value of a damaged coin? Well, the extent of the damage plays a big role. Coins that have light wear or are simply scratched may still have some value to collectors, but those with heavy dents, bends, or corrosion are usually worth less. The market for damaged coins is limited as collectors generally seek coins in better condition. Additionally, if the damage is something unusual, like an error caused by minting issues, that could actually increase its value in the right market. However, that's not the case for a typical coin like this 1970 quarter. Damage, in general, just lowers the value and makes it less attractive to potential buyers. Let's quickly compare this damaged 1970 Washington quarter with one that's in much better condition, like an extra fine or mint state version. As you can see, the pristine coins retain sharp details, vibrant designs, and a strong appearance, while the damaged coin shows clear signs of wear and impairment. The difference in value is substantial. A well-preserved 1970 Washington quarter can be worth between $53,000 or more, depending on the grade and other factors. But when the coin is damaged, its market value drops significantly, sometimes to just a few dollars. So there you have it, the 1970 Washington quarter with the large date and D mint mark in damaged condition is worth about $90,000 in today's auction market. While it's not a high-value coin, it still has some worth, especially for those looking to fill gaps in their collections or pick up a coin with a bit of history. Next up, the USA silver Washington quarter dollar from 1969 without a mint mark. We'll look at its worth in today's auction market and explore how its condition affects its value. Let's get into it. Here it is, the 1969 Washington quarter. You may notice something about this coin. It's missing the mint mark. For those unfamiliar, the mint mark typically tells us where the coin was minted. In 1969, coins without a mint mark were struck at the Philadelphia Mint. The 1969 Washington Quarter was part of the regular circulation coins produced by the US Mint, but in good condition, it can still hold some significant value in the market. Let's talk about the condition. When a coin is graded as good, which means it has moderate wear and the details are still visible, but not as sharp as a higher grade coin, the value changes quite a bit compared to a coin in excellent condition. In the case of our 1969 Washington Quarter, a good grade typically means the coin has seen circulation and has some visible wear, but it's still recognizable and collectible. Now, let's look at how this coin is valued in today's auction market. According to current auction results and recent sales, a 1969 Washington Quarter without mint mark in good condition typically fetches around $30,000. Of course, this can fluctuate based on the buyer's interest and other factors such as demand, rarity, and the specific condition of the coin. Several factors influence this value. While the 1969 Washington Quarter is a relatively common coin in good condition, its silver content plays a role too. This quarter contains about 0.1808 ounces of pure silver, which has intrinsic value, especially when silver prices are high. So, if silver prices are up, expect the value of the coin to potentially rise. However, it's important to note that in good condition, the coin's value doesn't just come from the silver content. It's also about the demand from collectors who want to add a piece from a specific year or who focus on coins without mint mark. So, while a 1969 Washington Quarter without a mint mark in good condition might not break the bank, it still holds a place in the market and is an interesting piece for any collection. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a new enthusiast, every coin has a story to tell. Next up, the 1986 Washington Quarter with a large date and D-mint mark, graded in extra fine condition. This coin may not be one of the rarest in history, but its value in today's auction market can still be surprising. Let's dive into the details and see what makes it worth collecting. Here it is, the 1986 Washington Quarter. This coin features the large date design, which became a distinct feature for many 1980s quarters. As you can see, the obverse features the iconic portrait of George Washington, while the reverse shows the eagle standing proudly on a bundle of arrows. What's important to note here is the D mint mark, which tells us this coin was struck at the Denver Mint. The D mint mark is common for quarters from this era, but it's still an essential detail for collectors looking for coins from specific mint. Now, let's talk about the condition. This particular 1986 quarter is graded as extra fine, meaning it has been well preserved with only minimal wear. The details, like Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers, are still sharp and clear, but you might notice a slight softening due to circulation. An extra fine coin is one step below a mint state coin, making it a highly desirable piece for collectors who prefer coins with some history but without too much. Grading is crucial when it comes to determining a coin's value. Coins in extra fine condition are more sought after than those in lower grades, and they often sell for a premium. So how much is the 1986 Washington Quarter with the D-mint mark worth in today's auction market? Based on recent auction results, a 1986 Washington Quarter with a large date and D-mint mark in extra fine condition typically sells for around $55,000. It's not a high-value coin, but it still holds a steady market price, especially if you're looking for a coin in excellent condition from the 1980s. Remember, this coin is composed of 90 silver, which adds intrinsic value to the coin. The silver content alone could raise its worth, particularly when silver prices rise. But for this particular quarter, its market value is mainly driven by its condition, mintage, and collector demand. While the 1986 Washington Quarter isn't a rare coin like some earlier years, it's still a great addition to any collection, especially in extra fine condition. If you're a silver coin collector or a Washington Quarter enthusiast, this coin offers both historical significance and value that could increase over time. So there you have it, a 1986 Washington Quarter with a large date and D-mint mark in extra fine condition is worth around $60,000 or more in today's market. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, This coin is a perfect example of how condition and details like the mint mark can affect the value of even common coins. Next up, the 1979 Washington quarter without a mint mark in very fine condition. While not the rarest coin out there, this quarter has some important features that influence its value in the market today. Stick around as we break down its worth in today's auction market and explore what makes this coin so intriguing. Here it is, the 1979 Washington quarter. This coin features the classic design by John Flanagan, with George Washington on the obverse and an eagle perched on a branch on the reverse. One thing you may notice about this coin is that it doesn't have a mint mark for quarters minted in 1979 without a mint mark. This indicates that the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which is common for this year. Unlike other years, 1979 Washington quarters without a mint mark were fairly standard, meaning they weren't part of a rare mintage. However, when you factor in the coin's condition, things get more interesting. This one is graded as very fine, meaning it's been circulated but still has some solid detail remaining. You can still clearly make out George Washington's features, and the eagle is well defined on the reverse. To give you a better idea, a very fine grade means the coin shows moderate wear, but the main details are still crisp. You might notice some light flattening on high points like the hair or the wings of the eagle, but overall, the coin is in great shape for it. This is one of the reasons why a very fine coin can be more valuable than those in lower grades. Now, let's talk about value. In today's auction market, a 1979 Washington quarter without a mint mark in very fine condition typically fetches anywhere between $120,000. While it may not command a high price compared to rare coins, it still holds some market value. Of course, the final value will depend on the demand, the buyer's interest, and the specific details of the. Another factor to consider is the silver content. Like other Washington quarters minted before 1965, the 1979 quarter contains 90 silver. While it's not as high a percentage as earlier coins, it still contributes to its intrinsic value. When silver prices rise, the value of these quarters can increase as well, giving them additional worth beyond their collector value. Even though the 1979 Washington quarter without a mint mark isn't considered rare, its very fine condition and silver content make it a solid choice for collectors who are building a set or looking for coins with a bit of history. If you're lucky enough to have one in your collection, it's definitely worth keeping an eye on its market trends. So there you have. It's a 1979 Washington quarter without a mint mark in very fine condition holds a value of about $135,000 in today's auction market. It's not a coin that will make you a fortune, but it's still an important part of US coinage and a great addition to any collection. Next up, the 1967 Washington quarter without a mint mark in dirty condition. While it might not be in the best shape, understanding its value in today's auction market is still important for collectors. So, let's dive right into it and see what this coin is worth. Here it is, the 1967 Washington quarter. As you can see, this coin features the famous design by John Flanagan George Washington on the obverse and the eagle perched on a branch on the reverse. But what makes this coin a bit different is that this quarter doesn't have a mint mark, indicating it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which was common for this year. Coins from 1967 without a mint mark were standard for that time. However, what really affects this coin's value is its condition. As you can tell, this coin is in dirty condition, it shows signs of heavy wear, and the surface has some grime and corrosion, which can happen over time if the coin hasn't been properly stored or. Grading is crucial when determining a coin's value, and dirty condition means this coin has likely been exposed to elements that have caused tarnishing, staining, or other types of surface damage. As a result, it's not going to fetch a high price compared to coins in better condition. But even with this wear and dirt, it still has value due to its silver content. Now let's talk about the silver content. The 1967 Washington quarter contains 90 silver, which is a big deal. Even in dirty condition, the silver alone gives this coin intrinsic value. The price of silver fluctuates, so the value of the coin will depend in part on current silver prices. As of today, with silver sitting around $600 per ounce, a coin like this has a base value of around $250 to $300 just for its silver content. However, when we look at auction results, a 1967 Washington quarter in dirty condition without a mint mark usually sells for around $320 to $360. The dirty condition lowers its market value, but the coin still retains some worth because collectors know the silver content holds value in the long term, even if it's not a high-dollar coin. Even though the 1967 Washington quarter in